Good morning, Gavin and Peter. It is Saturday, the 24th of April. Gavin, your video went up late, and you know what that means?
Punishment time!
Your punishment is to make a Rube Goldberg machine. If you're like me and you didn't actually know what those were, there's OK Go making one in my hand, and there's another one in my other hand. Your machine must include at least 5 items and must last for at least 20 seconds. I've been thinking about the process of turning books into movies. The most obvious example is, of course, the Harry Potter books becoming the Harry Potter movies, which are a lot easier to hold. But the Harry Potter movies only really work as companions to the books. I went to see the 6th Harry Potter movie with a friend who had never read the books, and she had no idea what on earth was going on. So the Harry Potter movies don't really work either for people who have read the books, because there's just way too many differences that they've made, and they don't really work for people who haven't read the books because they make no sense without the book. As you know, they recently made a movie out of Alice in Wonderland. When I was little, I saw Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version, and I really didn't like it, and therefore had no desire to read the book. I really liked the Tim Burton version, so I went home and read the books. What I really liked about the Tim Burton film is they gave it a plot. That really did it for me. So I was in a bookstore the other day, and I noticed that they had a novelization of Alice in Wonderland. And at first I was like, what? You cannot novelize a movie that is based on a novel. There is already a novel. But I can see why they would have, because the Tim Burton film is very, very different from the Alice in Wonderland books. Anyway, what I think makes a book that's been turned into a film successful is if they sort of forget that it's based on a book. They read the book, think that's a really cool idea, and then just pretend they dreamed up the idea. Because books work predominantly because of the prose. If the prose doesn't work, then the book won't work. And the prose is not something that can get conveyed through a film. So you sort of need to take a book, take the plot or even just the loose concept or some characters and turn it into a film and focus on making it an awesome film, not focus on making it the same as the book. Like, I saw the film Stardust and I had no idea it was based on a book, and I read the book and it's very different from the film. The book works as a book, whereas what happens in the book wouldn't really work as a film. I also just wanted to mention A Walk to Remember. The film I really enjoyed. I don't know if you did, I don't care if you did or didn't, but it's something that I quite enjoyed. And I liked it so much that I thought I'd go and read the book. And the book is just awful. I did not enjoy the book one bit whatsoever. The movie is set in the 90s, and I think it was filmed early 2000 or 2001 or something, so that was fine. Whereas the book was written in the 90s, but set in this sort of faux 50s. It's sickly and it's all too wholesome, and it's just kind of boring to read. You don't want to hear about all these sickly sweet characters. The most amusing difference I found was in the film, the main guy convinces this other guy to jump off a water tower, and the guy almost gets killed, and that's why he's a naughty boy, and that's why he gets punished, and that's why the film happens. Whereas in the book, he's a bad guy because he sits in the graveyard at night eating peanuts. In the film, the wholesome girl is way more badass than that. She is always in and out of that graveyard. I'll see me tomorrow. My camera's auto-recognizing the face of the skull.